What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Black, your internet, relationship, and breakup coach. Today's topic, 2 things that you can change today to change your ex's mind about the breakup. I want to say this clearly before we get started, and I will tell you 2 things that are within your control that you can work on today that will draw your ex into you. So this is not something I'm making up. And if you apply and implement these 2 changes, I promise you, you will be way more attractive to your ex in the future than you are today. But I want to make something clear before we jump into that, is that the overall philosophy that I share with you is not one of trying to force someone to choose you. That is not what we're about, and that is not what we do, and that's not what I teach you. But at the end of the day, if you can position yourself in the best light, you can improve your situation to a point where you naturally tend to draw people to you. Well, your ex will also be affected by this new reality. So that is all a lot of the philosophies that I will share with you on this channel. And I do believe that you have that capacity inside of you already, but a lot of times we tend to lose sight of who we are. We tend to lose sight of the vision and the greatest ideal that we have for ourselves because we're so lost in the moment of being hurt by losing someone or trying to convince them to choose us. So I hope you find this video really helpful, and I know it will have an impact on you if you can implement the strategies. Now let's start with this. When it comes to breakups, I'm telling you, by far the most common reason someone leaves you is because they believe that it's in their best interest. So you have to understand that human beings do things out of their own personal desires and what they are looking for. A lot of times it has nothing to do with you directly, as far as they're thinking about what will serve them best in the future. And so it's not just about hurting you, it's not just about causing you pain, because a lot of people, that's not their intentions, but they feel like being with you does not make them happy. And so because of this, they start to lose attraction and feeling. So a lot of times when you bottom line a breakup, when you cut down to the surface and actually see what's going on, it's that your ex has lost attraction. All of the other reasons might be a factor, but they're not the underlying factor. And I can almost promise you this, in most cases, the breakup has been going on in your ex's mind for a long time. So their attraction is low, so you understand you must increase their attraction to get them to a point where they would even be willing to work on the relationship. I hear so many people say, like, why is it so easy for my ex to walk away? Why don't they care anymore? Why aren't they willing to fight for the relationship? I hear stuff like that time and time again. But understand, once attraction is low, there's no incentive to put in effort to keep the relationship going. Okay? So we must focus on attraction, period. If attraction is there, attraction cuts through all of the noise, all of the doubts, all of the, oh, my family doesn't like you, my friends think the breakup is good for me. If the attraction is raised, a lot of times these other issues tend to disappear into nothing. Now, there was a book I was reading that described attraction the best way that I've seen articulated, and I want to share that with you. It's by Andrew Ferebee. Okay, so I might mispronounce his name, but I think it's Ferebee, I believe. Okay, Andrew Ferebee, and he describes attraction as a simple equation that only has 2 factors, and these are the 2 things that you can change if you want to change your ex's mind. Okay, he describes attraction as simply your value. Okay, so whatever your value is, and if you think about it critically, it's what's your value in the dating marketplace. Are you in good shape? Do you have a good job? So all of the things that I also share with you on this channel that you should work on and that you should improve. It's very important to make someone attracted to you. So if you have a lot of positive things going for yourself, you're building a business, you have a great career going on, you lose weight, you're eating healthy, all of these things improve and increase your value. So it's very important. Those are things that you can start to work on today that will affect the attraction equation. Now, the second thing, which I believe is one of the most important parts of this equation, and it's something you can impact today. Attraction is equals to value minus neediness. And that is so true. For a lot of people, when your ex decided to leave, you were extremely needy at the end of the relationship. You were calling them every single day when they're not calling you back. You're texting them multiple times a day, trying to seek certainty, trying to make sure they still love you, and asking them questions like, why don't you care? Why are you pulling away? And I understand that in a relationship, you must communicate. Communication is important. But when your ex is pulling away from you and they're not really engaging in the relationship, they're likely not in a place where communication is the most effective strategy. You have to attract them first. And so always think about communication like a game of tennis. You serve the ball over the net, you send a text, you place a phone call, you must wait for them to respond to you. So your value minus your neediness. The easiest way to stop being needy, especially after a breakup, is to go no contact. Think about it. You're not calling, you're not texting anymore, you're not reaching out to them. So this is a strong, attractive, and assertive behavior. It's far from being needy, and it will attract your ex back to you. And even when you start to have conversations with your ex, let's say they reach out to you after no contact, still always kind of remember that equation in your mind. So for example, let's say your ex mentions how, they might be possibly seeing other people. If you remember from the context of things as they are today, you're not in a relationship. So a needy behavior would be to get upset, to get angry, to try to force them to stop dating other people. But when you remember that you're not together, and also your ex has to earn you back as well, they have to prove themselves to you as well. A non-needy behavior is for you to be indifferent. Be indifferent about the fact that your ex is possibly seeing other people. As long as they're coming back to you, as long as they're trying to have conversations with you, their feelings are growing. So always focus on the present moment. Never be trying to make them jealous. Never be trying to force them to commit on a first date when you're still trying to rebuild that connection. Okay, so it's very important that from today moving forward, you do not display needy behaviors anymore. You give your ex the time and space, never reach out to them. You stay no contact until they start to reach out to you. And also be working on your value from now moving forward. If you're not going to the gym and you expect no contact to work, then you're deceiving yourself because you're only working on one side of the equation. You have to be doing both things simultaneously. Improving your life, improving your situation, and staying away and being no contact and not being needy, even when your ex starts talking to you. Anyway, if you appreciate this video and you enjoyed the content, go ahead and like this video right now. It truly does mean a lot, and it really helps the channel. And most importantly, it costs you nothing. There's so many other people out there that are finding the channel because of people like you who share it with friends or family, who like the videos, who comment. So I want to say I really do appreciate you for doing so. It truly does mean a lot. So thank you. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the future videos that I put out on this channel. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one about your situation or your breakup, or you have questions about what's needy behavior and other things regarding your breakup, go ahead and click the first link in description and we can talk about your situation. And leave a comment and let me know what you think. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.